couple of years ago, me and my ex-boyfriend had a pregnancy scare, and it just goes to show how little men know. Before I had a daughter, my periods were really irregular. Like at one point, the doctors thought I had polycystic ovaries. After I had my daughter, my periods became really regular. But let's be honest, I had a baby at 17, so I mean, who's really that regular at that age anyway? Fast forward a couple of years, me and my boyfriend had been going out for about a year. We would double up on protection because I didn't want another baby at that time, and neither did he. I am so regular now that I noticed when I was one day late, but I thought nothing of it. Pregnancy didn't even cross my mind. That's why you use protection, for self-assurance. When I was 2 days late, I didn't worry. When I was 3 days late, I didn't worry. Once I was 4 days late, I did start to think, oh, what's going on? Because in my head, I'm still like, no, like there's no way I'm pregnant. Absolutely no way. I don't think I'm any more stressed than usual, so that can't be causing this. My eating habit hasn't changed. I haven't been drinking more than usual. Like, what's going on? By day 6, I did start to freak out a little bit. I didn't tell my boyfriend any of this, by the way, because I still was thinking, like, I was freaking out, but I still thought I can't be pregnant. And I don't want to freak my boyfriend out for no reason. And I told myself I'm gonna wait 2 more days and then I'll get a test. 2 days went by, no sign of my period coming. Went to the shop, I bought a single pregnancy test. Not one of those 2 packets, just a single packet. Pregnancy test, if you're gonna take one, it's normally best to take one in the morning, like when you wee for the first time in the morning. So I waited until the next day, took the test. So it's 10 days now, 10 days since I've had a period. Took the test, it was negative. Like deep down, I knew it would be. I was still thinking to myself, I should probably go to the doctors because this is so unusual for me. Anyway, but I took the test, it was negative. I put it on my dressing table, like that is where I'd left it. I'd peed on it, left it on my dressing table back in my bedroom, and then saw it was negative and was like, okay, fine. Later that afternoon, my boyfriend comes over. We're chilling in my front room and then we go to my bedroom. He looks at himself in my dressing table mirror, and then I see the moment his eyes lock onto the pregnancy test. I'd forgot to move it, and I didn't deliberately leave it there for him, although I was going to tell him, like I was going to say, oh, by the way, earlier I had to take a pregnancy test, but it's all good. He looked at it and he was like, what's this? And I was like, it's a pregnancy test. He looked like he wanted to cry. And he was like, so you're pregnant? And I was like, no, I'm not pregnant. He was like, this test says you're pregnant. So I jumped up because I'm like, oh my God, like did another line appear? 1 line means the test has worked. 2 lines means you're pregnant. So I've jumped up like, oh my God, did another line appear? Did I not keep an eye on it long enough? No, there's still only 1 line. And I was like, that doesn't mean positive. And he was like, yeah, there's a line, that means you're pregnant. I was like, no, 2 lines mean you're pregnant. This guy did not believe me. This guy had to get onto Google because he genuinely thought that 1 line meant you were pregnant, and if you weren't pregnant, nothing shows up. Anyway, he was obviously very relieved. I was relieved after thinking, oh my God, has another line popped up? I was relieved. And it just made me laugh, like, oh my God, men just do not know how pregnancy tests work. And I don't blame my ex, like, why would he? If he's never had to take one, if he's never had to read the instructions on one before, why would a man actually know? But it just made me laugh because I just never realised that, yeah, men do not actually know. Anyway, my period came like the next day, of course, and I haven't been late since.